Everyone doing tonight? Hi there. Hi, Deva, Presley. Hi, Patrick. How is everyone tonight? Moon in Gemini. Let me see here. So the moon enters Cancer. It's void of course at 10:13 p.m. So the moon's about to go void of course. And it's going to enter in Cancer probably during this live. So that's awfully fun. Hi. Boy, we all need advice. Hi there. Hi, Celsi. How are you? How's everybody doing? We're looking for a higher perspective, a higher view. Oh, you're Cancer. Great timing. Oh, great timing for the moon. So let me see here. Yeah, the moon's going to be void of course in like a minute. How did I know what? Hello, Beverly Ann. Hi, Janet. Hi, Bookery. Oh, there's a dog at the door. Just had an ex add you on Snap, but say it wasn't meant to be. Oh, man. Hi there, Veronica. How is it in Texas? Hi, Nandini. Hi there, you guys. So, from Phil's, is that Philadelphia or Philippines or? You're so confused. Hi, Tennille. I know life can be confusing. I don't do free readings. I don't do from the Philippines. I don't do free readings. So readings are paid. If you want to get a personal reading on this live, it is $30 to get a personal reading on this live. But I will be doing a collective reading. I will be doing a collective reading about getting a higher view. Like what happens if you take your life and you take all your problems. Oh, thank you, Celsi. I'm glad you enjoyed the collectives. Oh, you took my advice, Tennille. Excellent. I'm so glad you were able to take my advice. So it is $30 USD. Is it Ash and Ashy? What would $100 get you? Well, it's $30 USD. If you wanted to get a private reading, $100 is a private FaceTime reading for 30 minutes. And so that's what $100 would get you. And you can schedule at psychicstina.com. If $30 is enough to get a reading on this live, and it would be a complete reading. And hi, Danica. Hi, Socks. And I take Cash App and Venmo. I'm Psychic Stina. It's the same name as my account on Cash App and Venmo. If you would like to pay $30, then we can absolutely do that. So, all right, you guys. Oh, you sent it to me already. Let me see here. Let me see if I got it. You're fast. You are fast. Let me see here. How did you send it to me via Cash App, or how did you send it? Cash App, Venmo. So I can go find it and make sure. PayPal. Okay. Oh, you think you messed up the name? Yeah, because I didn't get it. It's Psychic Stina. You have to go to the link in my bio. If you go to the link in my bio and scroll down to PayPal, you can get to my PayPal link, but I did not get it. So, yeah. So Venmo and Cash App is better. So, Janet, I take a credit card and PayPal. When will the FaceTime for $100? You have to schedule. You have to schedule those for the private readings. You have to schedule. But I am available tomorrow night for. So if you were to schedule a FaceTime, then it would be that. So Janet, I take credit cards and hi Ish Tarot, and sorry about that. So I take credit cards and PayPal, and if you are in India, I take Wise. Can you send me a cashier's check? That's kind of weird. No. So if you go to, I changed my link in bio. You go to jail tomorrow. Well, sorry, you guys. Okay, can you see this? Can you see this, Janet? If you go to Linktree, linktr.ee/psychicstina, that's my Linktree. And if you scroll down to payment for lives, then you can get Summer, save it for food in there. God, wife. So yeah, it's mirrored. I don't know how to. So if you scroll down to payment for lives, Janet, then it'll. So it's Psychicstina. I don't know how to write it backwards, so you can figure it out. You can figure it out. But sorry, I don't do free readings. Will it do the exchange? So it's $30 USD. It's $30 USD. So just make sure you pay in Canadian dollar or in United States dollars. I think it'll do the exchange if you do it. So just let me know and we'll figure it out. I think it will. I'm not exactly sure, but I think it will. I think it will do the exchange. Robbing psychic medium. Funny. You just got bailed out last week. What did you guys do? What did you guys go to jail for? Yeah. Sorry, I don't give free readings. You gotta pay. You gotta pay. I don't it's gotta show up in my account. I gotta see it. I gotta lay eyes on it, and it's gotta be the right amount. And then the reading is yours. But yeah, I'm going to do a collective reading. I'm about to read somebody named Janet who is paying. I'm about to read a paying client. And I want to do a collective reading on getting a higher view of your life, because we're so like focused on what is directly in front of us that it's hard to see the future. Yeah, you gotta pay, sweetie. You gotta pay. I did a bunch of readings, free readings on Thanksgiving, and somebody cussed me out afterwards. They cussed me out and they got really nasty, and I had to block them while they were still typing, while they were cussing me out. And I just said, I can't. And they were cussing me out after I'd given them a free reading. And I just was like, yeah, no more. I can't do it. So it's either collective readings or I have to protect my energy. And so but there's the collective reading. So tough. I'm sorry. I'm glad no. Okay. So hi there. Is it Alaric? That's an interesting name. Hi there. Hi there, Unity Sage. How are you? People are trying to get free readings as always, but what can you do? What can you do? Thank you so much. Hi there. So it is Alaric. That's a beautiful name. Thank you, God's wifey. You're so sweet. You can't figure it out. What can't you figure out? What can't you figure out, Janet? It's Linktree. So if you go to linktr.ee/psychicstina, you can go scroll down. But if you can't figure it out, that's okay. We can always do it another day. So let me see here. Thank you so much, Unity Sage, for your help. So if you would like to, what do you mean it won't let you in? Like the credit card, like the Linktree won't let you in, or Alaric, it is $30 USD to get a reading on this live. And thank you, Vab. It's $30 to get a reading on this live, 30 USD. It could be crappy internet. Well, you could try a little bit later and I can start putting out cards for the collective. But Alaric, it is $30 USD to get in line for the reading. The line is open, so I take Cash App and Venmo. And yeah. So, all right, here comes the collective reading. Seven of Wands. Trouble brewing. Some people may have a lot of issues going on. You know, somebody said they're going to jail. Somebody said it's their birthday, which I don't believe that for a second. You know, some people are saying that there's crappy internet or that there's all kinds of problems. God's wifey, do you have some issues going on right now? The Seven of Wands is just dealing with a lot of bullshit. Just every kinds of issue is coming your way, and it's just you're having to deal with a lot. And it's the angry mob, you know. It's the angry mob. People complaining too much. Yeah, a lot of people complain. Yeah, Seven of Wands can definitely be people complaining. It is the angry mob. You know, people are after you. They just want something from you, and it's just a lot, you know. Like I come on here and sometimes I feel like TikTok's the angry mob, you know, free reading. And so people want something from you, and it's just a challenge. You know, it's just a challenge. And so what's crossing is the Page of Swords. Yes, this is a collective. It's talking about getting a higher view, getting a higher perspective. We're looking at our life and we're just like faced with issues. And so all we can see is like right in front of our face. All we can see is this problem and that problem. And, you know, is there going to be enough money? And are they going to call me back? And, you know, all you see are like the problems that are straight in your face, you know, and it's hard to see the higher perspective because you're so much in the trenches, just dealing with all of the crap that people are serving up to you hot and fresh. So, you know, crossed is the Page of Swords. So we may be, you know, well, the Page of Swords is the spy. We may be trying to, hi, Beverly. We may be trying to get around the, you know, well, the spy is like checking up on people, wanting to know what your ex is doing. Is so-and-so looking for me? It can also be that people are aware of your problems and thanks, Unity Sage. It could be that people are aware of your problems and that you're just dealing with people who want to nosy neighbors. Does anybody have nosy neighbors? My neighbors aren't so nosy, so I'm pretty lucky. I don't think I have nosy neighbors, but I do have a lady who, I don't know about her. You have 9 nosy neighbors. Hi, Dr. Mixology. How are you doing, Beverly? Yes, psycho neighbors. Ooh, boy. So it says that you may expect yourself to be an overly emotional ball of jitters. Just just jittery. Is anybody like jittery? Hi there. Oh, I know I like Instagram too. I'm also live in case there's a problem. I'm live on YouTube. Oh man, your boyfriend's ex-wife is your neighbor. Oh my gosh, she is trying to get in your business. He tried to hit you like twice. Oh my gosh. So I'm also live right now on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and Twitter. So if anything, you can find me anywhere. So if I'm looking in multiple directions, it's because this is a multi-live. So that sounds terrible, God's wifey. Hi, Unity Sage. Here you are. So people may imagine that they're just this ball of jitters, that they're just going to be emotional. I always fear that I'm going to have like an emotional outburst. Hi, John. I just have like this, like, does anybody feel like they're just going to snap on someone and they're worried if they're going to snap? I don't know, maybe I'm the only person in this room that feels that way, but I can get very emotional. I can get very emotional. And yeah, I just want to be careful that I don't snap and that I don't lose my shit. You know what I mean? Like you want to make sure that you have yourself composed and under control, but we may be worried about our emotions. John, it is $30 USD to get a reading on this live. To get a personal reading on this live, you do have to pay. But right now we are doing a collective reading about getting a higher perspective on the problems in our lives, a higher perspective on our lives. And so yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just this. I'm worried that I'm just gonna like lose it. Like I'm worried about going live on TikTok, particularly because it gets like really like crazy in there. And so I'm just like, okay, I just got to be composed and keep it together, and and not and so I want to be nice. I want to be nice, and I want to be. You can pay on Cash App and Venmo. I'm Psychic Gina on Cash App and Venmo. It's the name of my account. I'll type it in. Psychic Stina on Cash App and Venmo. And if you go ahead, it's USD, so $30 USD. And I will pay. And if you pay that, hi, Reality Disabled. So, this kind of sounds like you, God's wifey, almost like dealing with a third party, dealing with people that don't need to be in your life, and that are just like extra. We don't really need extra people butting into our business, and so you may have a hard time. Oh, no problem. No problem. Sleep when you need to sleep. I came on here kind of late. So you may kind of have a problem dealing with extra people, and are having problems seeing outside of the relationships of, like we have to expand, like the people are our mirrors. They mirror our feelings, they mirror our emotions, they mirror our, people are our mirrors. And so, but they're also, how can I say, people have a function. People on the outside of us have a function to help us learn patience, and to help us learn kindness, and to help us learn all of the positive things in life. And so sometimes, oh, good. Oh, well, you take care, Unity Sage. So if we see people that are challenging to us and that challenge us, we kind of have to look past them, and instead of seeing them as a person that's attacking us, or is trying to get something from us, or is trying to elicit a response, to see things as like, okay, what is their function in my life? What is the lesson that they're teaching me? And how can I move past it? Because everybody in our life teaches us a lesson. And sometimes the lessons are cool, and sometimes they're not so cool. And so we just have to see people as their function. So getting a higher view, getting a higher view. So if we're having all of these challenges in our lives and we're challenged with people, thank you for all the hearts. And if we're challenged with all of the people that are just, yeah, right, like people in our lives, and so it's like, how can we see above and beyond the challenges that people are showing us? How can we get past it? How can we, I mean, if we take a higher perspective, if we're like down on earth and we're, living literally where it's just like one foot in front of the other, and then we're faced with somebody in front of us and we're like, okay, I have to deal with this person. But if we take a higher perspective, then we can say, you know what, this person has this, they have this going on in their life and they have that going on in their life, and they're not going to be in my life for very long. Our lives are transient. We move through time. And so things are one step at a time. And so if you're dealing with people in your life and you're having a challenge, get a bird's eye view, before you snap and go ape on them. Like, get a bird's eye view and say, what is going on with this person, and how can I handle the situation like a Buddha? How can I see this person as a teacher? How can I see this person as someone who suffers? How can I help them? How can I avoid them? So in the past, it seems as if some people may have gotten, hi, Amanda. This is a collective about getting a higher perspective. So some people, they may feel like they have gotten a message from someone and it has been very frazzling. Somebody may have gotten a message and it's made them very nervous and very just upset. I think I saw somebody saying that somebody snapped them, like an ex snapped them. So this can also be somebody waiting for a message or somebody waiting for a text message, and waiting by the phone. And who wants to wait by the phone? Is anybody waiting by the phone, like waiting for the phone to ring? I don't know. I mean, we could be waiting by the phone for, jobs, for people, for opportunities. Waiting by the phone. Yeah. And drive you crazy. And that's the get out of your way and look above. Look above. It's like time is transient, job and person. So you're waiting by the phone, you're waiting for an answer, you're just waiting for the next thing. So some people may be dealing with a lot of problems. Used to do that as a young adult. Yeah, wait by the phone. Yeah, my life is a little bit more secure, but I have some waiting by the phone right now. I'm like waiting for some opportunities to come my way. I definitely am looking for the next step, and it's hard to see the long game when you're so like in the midst of trouble. Oh, thank you. Good luck to you too. So when you're so in it, just in so deep, it's so hard to see that, like, okay, this too will soon pass. This too is going to be just a blip in your history, and you're going to be miles away from this situation, you know, in a week. In a week, it's all going to change. It's all going to be different. So in the near future, it is $30 to get a personal reading on this live, but right now I'm doing a collective reading, and so it may apply to you. It's about getting a higher perspective, Madeline. So you may be waiting for an answer. Hindsight is 2020. Absolutely, Beverly. So it says that there is competition, in your way, and that when you're fighting for something, like when you're fighting for a job or even for an ex, like you're fighting other people, and when you are living with the spirit of competition, you're getting in your own way, and you're not getting your way, you're getting in your way. We want to come at things with the spirit of a creator. We are creatively living, and we are moving beyond competition. And so in order to do that, we become grateful for what is in our path and for the day today and for the job that you were able to apply for today. Like, you know, like you have to be grateful for your opportunities and that you actually went and you applied at a job today. There's a lot of competition. It's hard to get a job today. But if you can take one step at a time, and it is $30 to get a personal reading on this live right now. We're doing a collective reading called A Higher View. We're getting a higher view on our situation. We are lifting up, we are elevating our minds. An e-transfer. I don't know how to do that. The secret of my glowing skin. Oh, I put a lot of stuff on it. I do like serum and lotions and stuff. Go to my link tree. Go to my link tree and scroll down, and there's all kinds of options um for payment. So let me send you the thing. So there's all kinds of competition that is in our way. And hold on one second, sweetie. Let me get you this link, linktree / and these are my payment options. So if you would like to schedule a private reading, you can do that as well, and then we can figure out from there. And my website is psychicstina.com. If you want to go in that direction, then you can also schedule through there, and there's a payment processing and all kinds of stuff. So seeing beyond what's a problem with that. Hi, Isa. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. So it says that we are going to experience victory, that we may be struggling with competition, and we may be struggling with people in our path, and we may be struggling with problems of just people everywhere. I mean, it's also the holidays. Like the holidays are so like people are everywhere. Like stores are crazy. Everything is crazy. It is $30 to get a personal reading on this live, and I do not give free personal readings. This is collective reading. And so it says that we are going to experience victory. We're going to rise above. We're going to rise above the challenges. We're going to rise above the competitive plane. Because if we look at people as to like what their function is and why they are placed in our lives and how they are a mirror of us. They are a challenge for us to overcome. They are our teacher, and they're moving in one direction and we're moving in another. Like when we're dealing with people straight on, we may be feeling like, you know, it's $30 to get a reading on this live. So if you're like dealing with people, um, you know, it's always transient. Time always marches on. So if you are in the spirit of competition, if you are in the spirit of competition with someone, I have to tell you that things are going to be changing and that you are going to be the victor in something. We are all going to win. You know why? Because I'm winning, and because you guys are with me on this live. We are all sharing this existence. And so we all are going to win. We all share this path that we are going to win, that there may be competition, but we're going to rise above it. We're going to learn our lessons, and we're going to be the best. And because we're putting our best selves forward, we are creative individuals, and we are striving to be better and better and better and more confident. So we are all going to win. I have a firm conviction that we are all on the path of striving to move above like our challenges, you know. And so the people that are in our life that are, yeah, we're rising above, we're growing personally, we're creating our existences. We're not fighting for them. We're not fighting for our existences. So if there is somebody that is in your path that you feel like is like screwing things up for you, It's not true. It's not the truth. It's a lie that you're telling to yourself, that you're reacting to a situation instead of responding to a situation. And so if you respond, you take the bird's eye view and realize that that person is on a path just as much as you are, and your paths have met, and they'll pass, and they'll pass. And so the best thing you can do is say, hello, teacher, hello. And then you move on, you move on. So, and I just love this. And I'm kind of doubling back to this. Like, we're all scared of losing our shit. We're all scared of losing our cool and getting wrapped up in the competition and getting mad or getting angry or getting upset or getting depressed. We're not going to do that. We're going to create. We're going to take one step at a time, one day at a time, one step in front of the other until we succeed. And we're going to succeed because that is our path. That is our future, is success. So, Seven of Pentacles. That success may not come too easily, though. Success is easy when you look at it in the rearview mirror. Success is easy once you get to that place where you say, oh, that's all I had to do? Oh, thank you for following me. That's all I had to do. That was easy. Hi, Liv. And so when you're able, it's $30 to get a reading on this live. And I take Cash App and Venmo. I'm Psychic Stina on Cash App and Venmo. And that's how you can pay me. So it says that things will not be so easy when you're looking at it straight on. But when you take a step at a time, your challenges, thank you, Beverly. Your challenges are going to change. They're going to morph, and you're going to realize that, thank you. Thank you, Liv. You're going to realize that your changes are going to morph, and they're going to change, and that what seems to be a challenge will not be a challenge. It's just a waiting game. You're just waiting. And to remember that in life, like when we're faced with a challenge, somehow we are learning. Oh, Madison. Madison, I just got your payment, and I might have to send it back because I do not do fertility readings. I do not. It is not correct to do health readings in, like, if without a medical license. Like, that's something that I have to refer you to a doctor. Hi there. So do you want me to send it back, or do you want a reading on something else? Do you want a reading about your life? Like, we can definitely talk about your life and not like your cycle. Or would you like me to send it back? Because I can send it back. So just let me know. Let me know if you still want a reading, or if you want me to send it back. Because I do not read pregnancy. So please let me know, and I can send it back to you. So yes, you want me, so you say yes, please. So say, please send it back, or please read me. So I don't know what yes, please means. So it says that we are on a journey, that we are all on a journey. Okay, I'll send it back, sweetie. We are all on a journey, and we are all going somewhere, and that we have a mission, and that our family is on the journey with us. Our family is on the journey with us. And let me see here. I might have to do this. Oh, wait. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. So our family is joining us. Our family is joining us. And they are, what is today's date? I'm just writing, sorry. Just give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, I just refunded you, girl. Okay, see, I don't take money from people when I don't answer that type of question. I do not do health questions. Like if you have a health question, you go to a doctor. You go to a doctor, you buy a pregnancy test, you don't, psychics is not the place to get your medical advice. And a medical and and it's illegal to practice medicine without a license. So that's not, so if you're going to a psychic for medical advice and they give you medical advice, they may be a scammer. So they may not be in this country and they may be ripping you off. So it's all just not a good idea. Not a good idea. So beware of people who are offering medical psychic advice. It is a big no-no. So, but yes, if you do want a reading on this live, it is $30 to get a reading on this live. It's $30 USD. I don't do medicine. I don't do dead people. I'm not a medium and I don't do cheating. But I'm great at love and career and all the other good stuff. So it says that we're going to have to spend money to make money, that we're going to have to spend money to make money, and that's the law of circulation. Money is a circular thing. It moves and it goes around. And so and it's also, how can I say, sometimes we have to go through ups and downs in our lives in order to learn. We have to go through tragic times and tough times and good times and bad times. And if we don't go through challenging times and find ways to overcome our challenges, then the good times are less juicy. The good times are less rich and less delicious. And so, I mean, I guess like rapture and like being really, really high on something, like getting a win and being really excited about a win, like that's a great thing. But it is a lower world. It is a lower path. And so the trick is to see things on an even plane, to see that life has ups and downs and it has challenges and it is moving and flowing, and we're going to have good times and we're going to have bad times. But you'll always, if you pray and if you're grateful and if you're a good person, you're going to find that there will always be a friend on the journey, that there will always be someone, that you're never truly alone. You're never truly alone. Like on this live, there may be, everybody may be watching this live alone. Like, I don't know if you guys are like watching it with a friend. I'm sure you're probably in your room or something, like watching this live by yourself. And so we are alone, but we're together. Like, I'm alone in this room. Hello, hello. My boyfriend is in the other room, but we are all on this journey with someone else, and there's somebody that is with us holding our hand the whole way. And I mean, maybe it's our higher power, maybe it's somebody, maybe it's a good friend that shares the same experience as you. And so if you're going through a tricky situation, you have to remember that it's one step at a time. And I'm sorry. Somebody on my YouTube, they just said sexy girls here or whatever. Like, okay. So it's one step at a time, and we may fear depression. Does anybody suffer from depression or have gotten to this place where they are so down and so low and so lonely and so just like bottom basement, and it just to this place where you can't function and you can't react and you can't respond. You're just in this place of being reactive, of just being so sad. And this may go back to, thanks God's wifey for all the likes. And so this may go back to fearing your feelings. Hi Russell. Hi Girleen. Hi Gurvinder. Hi Humanchi. How are you? And so we may fear our feelings, and we may fear, and our feelings Our feelings are, oh, hold on a second. Our feelings are like really intense, and they run the gamut of highs and lows. And so we may fear those lows. We may fear those times when we're feeling but you're on anti-anxiety, so you're good now. Yeah, that's good. And it's good to look at health and to be physically active, to move your body. I went through this phase where I just slept, and I get very sleepy during the winter. Does anybody else get sleepy during the winter? I get so sleepy. And so I'm scared that I'm going to snooze through my opportunities, that I have a little bit of hypersomnia. I'm doing a collective reading, Solly. I'm doing a collective reading. So I have a little bit of hypersomnia where I sleep like extra. And and I always feel like maybe I will like lose out on my opportunity, that I'm worried that I worry about it. I worry about it. Does anybody else fear their health challenges, that that you have a health challenge and you're worried it's going to get in the way? You're worried that something, that like a depression. Well, depression and health kind of go hand in hand. And depression is also when you're not trusting yourself. You got to trust yourself. You Oh, thank you, Isa. You got to trust yourself. You got to like really believe in yourself and be firm with we're doing a collective reading. We're doing a collective reading about getting a higher perspective. And so we have to see that we do have ups and downs, but on we're all on this one long path. And so it's like if we are on top of a tree and we look down on at our life, we can see ourselves faced with people and faced with situations. But if we look down, we can see that there's an ending and there's a beginning, and that it stretches on, and that there's more to life than just this moment. This moment is a huge expansion where everything exists within this moment, and in the next moment and the next moment. Life is huge and life is meaningful. Okay, I'm going to avoid that comment. So life is yes, life is beautiful. Oh, you've had osteoarthritis. So you feel like you have to be physically strong to work for the rest of your life. But you may see, like, in front of you, like you see a life that's full of work. But if you get on top of it, you may see that there is something more to life than just work. There may be travels and relationships and people passing and people being born and new people coming into your life and other people leaving your life. Like, life is so much bigger. Life is so much bigger than just our health problems, and just our emotional problems, and our people problems, and those are all of our teachers. Those are all of our problems. Like, your arthritis is somehow a teacher. Your arthritis is somehow an important part of your path. Like, somehow there's a meaning to your trouble. There is a meaning to your trouble, and maybe that's to find a solution, to find a way around it, to be healed, to find healing, to find a way to overcome your problems. And so I'm kind of taking a look at these last couple of cards. So it says that we're scared of getting low. We're scared of depression, of debilitating depression. Like, I can't take it anymore. What if I can't handle this? How can I escape this? Like, we can't escape it. We just have to learn from it. We just have to learn. We learn from this existence and then we move on. So, these last two cards are very interesting. They say, this is almost like, maybe this is kind of talking to me, in a way. is you get the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. And so I'm going to draw some cards after this because I don't want to leave it on these two cards. But it is $30 to get a reading on this live. I don't do personal readings for free. You do have to pay for them. Right now, this is a collective reading. I am Psychic Stina on Cash App and Venmo. And so if you pay $30 USD, you will get an amazing reading. But other than that, I don't answer personal questions. But the collective reading is for everyone. And it is very valuable if you can listen. If you can see past your problem and see onto the message, then you'll realize that the reading is for you as well. You'll realize that the reading is for you as well. So there may be a challenge that we have to face, that we may have this time of not getting, hi there, good evening to you too as well. So there may be a challenge that, oh, hi B, how are you? I like that name, B. So I'm trying to think, because these two cards are very peculiar and to be at the end of the reading as to getting a higher perspective. Because maybe, well, it also depends on how you look at things. You can look as if, like, okay, I'm making an investment in my life, or I have nothing. I have a little and it's growing, or I have nothing and I'm losing more. So, how do you want to choose to look at your life? Because you can choose to look at it, it's like half cup half full, cup half empty, or cup empty, or cup full. How do you want to look at your life? Because every side of the coin, there's two sides to every coin. There's the yes side and the no side. There's the dark side, the light side. Like everything is balanced. It all has like an equal thing. But that equality exists in all things. Like everything has a light side, everything has a dark side. And so if we look at a situation, like if you're without a job or if you're without a relationship, you can say, well, I have nothing. Or you could say that you're pregnant with possibility, and that the world is your oyster, and that something amazing is open to come into your life at any moment. You could say that, well, I have nothing, and it's just nothing, and my life is, I'm depressed, and like I can't move forward. But then you say, or I am at a place of unlimited possibility. So it is $30 to get a reading on this live. And so I do not give free personal readings, but I am doing a collective reading. And so if you listen, you'll realize that it's for everyone. That is for everyone. And so you may be a bit upside, right? You may be a bit upset right now. And so you may feel as if your cup is empty. You may feel as if you have nothing. But if you kind of flip the perspective and change the perspective, you say, wait, is that true? Is my life really empty? Or what do I have to be grateful for? You guys put in the comments, what are you grateful for? Like, and that includes you, Sunny Suno. What are you grateful for? What you may be upset right now about something, but like flip it around. What are you grateful for? What is your lesson? What are you being taught right now? And how can you be grateful for the lesson and for the advice and for the love that you have from other people? You may not have exactly what you want in one part of your life, but you have another part of your life that is full and beautiful and spectacular. And so how can we be grateful? When we're grateful for our life, we get out of the space of competition and of fighting for everything, and for struggle. If we get into a creative plane, we get out of a place of being struggle, having a safe place to sleep daily. Yes, I'm so grateful for that. I am so grateful for that, Jody. I have a safe place to sleep daily. That is such a grateful thing. What else are you grateful for? Like, that's huge. Like, I have this house and I have this house this month, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for it. And I will deal with next month. Like, I can't deal with tomorrow today. I can only deal with today. And if I can remain grateful for my blessings for today, then tomorrow is going to be taken care of. It'll be taken care of, and then we will deal with that when it happens. Pam, it is $30 to get a reading on this live. I do not do private readings or personal readings on this live for free, but this is a collective reading and it may apply to you if you listen. So, how do you choose to view your life? How do you choose to view it? Do you feel as if your life is empty of blessings and that God has forsaken you and that you have nothing in your life and it's just a big pile of mess? Or do you feel like, hey, I got a handle on some of these things, and today was a good day. And right now, I'm like hanging out on TikTok or Instagram or somewhere, and I'm just like scrolling. Like, yeah, your life is full of blessings. My life is full of blessings as well. I went somewhere today and I realized that my life is full of blessings and that there's always someone worse off than we are. Like Pam. Pam is worried about her shoulder. She's in great pain. I've had problems with my shoulder. I just had an injection in my neck because I've had problems with my arm. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm not having problems with my shoulder because that really hurts. It hurts a lot. And so that is not my problem, and I'm so grateful that that is not my problem today. And so I feel for you. That's a really hard problem to have. And so there's always someone in a worse shape than we are, and there's always someone that's better off than we are. But at the base of it, we are all the same. We are all the same. We all have challenges. How about back and forth with how you feel, full or empty? You got to remain grateful. You got to remain grateful. When you feel like you are your most low, and when things are the most desperate and are the most sad and are the most scary. Hi, Mac Dog. When things are the most freaked out, that's where the biggest benefit comes. And so if you feel as if your life is empty and desolate and that you are at the lowest possible point in your life, then you have to realize that there is room for huge opportunity, because it's perspective, it's balance. Everything is balance. So when something is really bad, something else is really good. And when something is really good, it has a flip side of being really bad. When it's a little bad, it could be a little good. When it's really bad, it could be really good. And so our biggest problems are our biggest blessings if we choose to look. And so we need to get that higher perspective to escape up and look like, okay, if I'm sitting on the back of a bird and looking down at my life, what do I really see? Do I see people that are also having the same struggles as I am? And there may be all these bitches in our lives or whatever. And so are they really bitches? Are they really people that are struggling just like we are? Or can we teach? Is there something that we're not hearing? Is there something that we're missing from the lessons that are being presented to us in our lives? So you take that bird's eye view. What are our struggles, and what are they teaching us, and how can we grow from them? We are going to experience amazing success. Amazing success. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But you have to rise above the competitive level, and to instead of fighting for others and seeing people as being pains in the ass and stuff like that, instead of seeing that, see them as co-creators, as people on the same path that we're on, and that they are somehow our supporters or they're our teachers. Everybody is the Buddha. Everybody is the Buddha. Everybody you meet, even like the most nasty people, are the Buddha. Somehow they have something to teach. Yeah, we are all human and we are all spiritual beings, and we all have that essence of eternal knowledge within. We all have this divine spark. We all have it, and we can all learn from each other. And so, if we choose to treat each other as if you are our teacher, we can learn from you, then we will all come up. If you look at people and say they're just taking from me, they're competing with me, they are robbing me of my good fortune, the pie isn't big enough for everyone. No, you make a bigger pie. Like we all have equal blessings on this earth. It just depends, what are you willing to create in your life? What are you willing to go for? What are you willing to reach out and step towards? And so we have to remain grateful. When we remain grateful and happy for our blessings, and that's everything, everything, everything. This existence is a blessing. Our challenges are our blessings. Our challenges are our blessings. If we don't, hi, Sunita. So if we don't have our challenges, then we don't have a life. It's like we're meant to rise above. Thank you so much, God's wifey, for sending me all the likes. And for staying on this live for as long as you have. I'm really grateful that you've been here. I hope this reading is resonating with you, because it seems as if it might be a little bit. And so I'm just kind of wondering, do you feel like your cup is half empty or running over with blessings? So what is your oh, I love you too. What is your blessing? People, tell me, what is your blessing? What are you grateful for? It's been tough. So tell me, God's wifey, what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Like, what is like something really profound? No, I don't give free questions. I'm sorry. That's not what I do on these lives. This is a collective reading. If you would like a personal reading on this live, it is $30 USD, paid to my Cash App and Venmo, Psychic Stina. But I feel as if people do not respect free readings, and they get very nasty if they don't like what they hear. So you're grateful for God. That's a good one. Our higher power, like there's something that's higher than us, and we are tapped into that higher power in our innermost self. Like what is on the outside is also within. Like our higher power is, you're grateful to be alive after overdosing. That's huge. That's huge. I'm grateful to be sober. Absolutely. I'm grateful to be alive after being homeless and a meth addict, and like with like this boyfriend who was holding me hostage with it by axe point. Like I'm so grateful that I got past that, that he got arrested that night, and and I was able to break free from that situation. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, grateful to wake up another day. I mean, these are really great things. We have these lessons that we learn in our lives, and our lessons are what. Yeah, and grateful to be sober and still have your family. Yeah, absolutely. I got sober with a lot of women who had lost their children, and I was pregnant. I was pregnant when I was first in recovery, and I was with a lot of people who had lost their children, and they didn't get their children back. And I was like the only person who stayed sober. And those girls, those women lost their kids. And so to be sober and to still have your family is huge, because it's really hard to stay sober. It's really hard because the drugs and the alcohol, it does push-ups inside of you. You've been sober for 2 years. Good for you. Good for you, Peggy. Good for you. That's like takes a lot of effort. That takes a lot of effort to rise above, to rise above, and to, and when you find sobriety, when you find sobriety, you realize how valuable the people in your life are. And because when you're like in the midst of doing drugs and thank you, when you're in the midst of doing drugs and drinking and and going through all of that nightmare, like that's what you're doing. We called it chasing the bag. Have you heard that, Peggy? Like you're chasing the bag, like you're not like focused on your family, you're not focused on the people that care for you. And so when you find sobriety, you find how valuable people are in your life and how they are our teachers, and that people, there's love in this world. We're together, you know. But when you're out there using and abusing, like the only thing that matters is that drug. And so I'm so grateful that I have things that matter more than drugs. I'm so grateful that I'm not in that place of chasing the bag, like chasing the bag. Wow, Amanda. Wow, off cigarettes. Cigarettes was a tough one. Cigarettes was hard for me. Yeah, that's good, Joden. That or Jody. That's really good. That's a tough one. Cigarettes is a hard, hard one. Yes, I'm doing a tarot reading right now, Isabella. It is $30 though to get a personal reading on this live. It is $30. I do not give free readings. I do not. Been an addict for 30 years. I hear ya. I hear ya. I'm losing some teeth. I am missing some teeth. I had some a hell of a time out there, a hell of a time. And if I go back, I'm not coming back. And so I've been sober for, I guess, 16 years. I had a little dab of dooya with marijuana, but I quit smoking, and I don't smoke marijuana. I did have a little run in with some marijuana, but I gave that up. Um, I, I guess a year ago. A year ago, I stopped smoking marijuana. I smoked marijuana for a couple years, but I've been sober off of meth and alcohol for 16 years. So I hear you. Yes, I am doing readings. It is $30 to get a reading on this live. It is $30. I'm Psychic Stina on Cash App and Venmo. Oh, that is so good, Amanda. Yeah, I had like a really bad cough. Like my cough was so bad, and people thought I would never quit smoking cigarettes. Oh, you stopped smoking weed. Yeah, it's the land of milk and honey here in Oregon. I had to try it. I had to try it. It was so beautiful. Yeah. But as an addict, like I went overboard, and I got to this place where again I was coughing, and I was using it to escape from something. And so and so I find addiction with everything, but we have to fly above it. We have to fly above it, that we have a purpose. We have a purpose that I'm asking the same thing, Peggy, but I'm not doing personal readings on this live for free. Oh, hi. Hi, I'm in Oregon. Hello. Um, and so it is $30 to get a reading on this live. If you are willing to pay, then I would happily give you an amazing reading. But until then, you'll just have to wait. So is it cup half full or cup empty? What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Do you have a little bit, or do you have nothing? And I have so much. I have so much. And so I can look at my situation and I can say, well, I don't have a sure thing, or life is insecure and I don't know what's coming up next. Ooh, wow. 2.5 years. Meth is the devil. Meth is El Diablo. Meth is El Diablo. Yeah. I had a love affair with meth for a very long time. For a very long time. I cannot go back to meth. I will die. I will die if I take any meth. I will die. I can't do it. I can't do it. It almost killed me the first time or the second, third time. Yeah, I kept having LA. I was in LA and LA was my meth place for sure. Like every time I came back to LA, like I ran in that circle, you know? Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I am so grateful. I am so grateful to be here and to be alive and to be a testimony that life can be absolutely amazing compared to your past. You're on the top now. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Me too. Compared to where I've been, I have so much. I have so much. Life is unknown for me. Life is can be a little bit scary. But if I remain grateful, and if I remain connected to my purpose and connected to you guys, then I know that everything will be fine. And I'm grateful for what I have, and I'm grateful to be here, and I'm grateful for all of you. And I know that we will all succeed, but it's not in the spirit of competition. We will not win over others. We will create our destinies and thrive as creators, not as competitors, not as competitors. And the way to escape competition is to be grateful. Is to be grateful. I'm going to take this thing off. Like, I have a problem wearing necklaces. Somebody sent me this today. He sent me this little thing. So compared to the past, yeah, I'm on top now too, you know. I'm not living in my car outside of a dump with people like shooting at using my trailer as target practice. Yeah, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So what is this depression that we're scared of? Ah, Charisse. Who's Charisse? Who is Charisse? Living with people that just bring you down, bring you down. Well, everybody is, we have a choice. We have a choice to allow them to bring us down. Are you, Charisse, loving me? 145. Thank you so much. I love that you paid me 3333. Say that out loud. Just say it out loud. 33333. We're so grateful. 333. So, Charisse, what is your question? 3333333. We are so blessed. We are blessed. What is that? The Holy Trinity? Was stayed at Roadside Rest. I was out in front of a dump. I was in front of a dump. I've gotten kicked out of so many places, like police officers knocking on my window. Ugh. It was rough. I was homeless in LA, in the Valley. Love, what is coming in the next 6 months? What is Charisse, what is your, are you dating anyone? Are you working? Is there anybody in your life right now? Bridget, it is $30 USD to get a reading on this live. I'm currently reading Charisse. If you want to hang tight and see what a paid reading sounds like, you can do that. Let me put this down. You have someone, you're unsure about it. How often do you see this person? How often do you see Terry? I'll just call them this person. Charisse, let me just write this down. That you're on TikTok. And you paid with PayPal. Been off and on for 3 years. When was the last time you saw them? And when was the last time you texted with them? You have God. Yeah, we all do. We all have a higher power and we all have a personal connection to that higher power. And God feeds all the birds, but he doesn't put food in the nest, or they don't put food in the nest. God feeds all the birds, but they don't put food in the nest. Thank you, Amanda. You saw him Tuesday. You talked to him yesterday. What time is it where you're at? Thank you, lucky boss lady. You're so amazing. Thank you. What a sign to have somebody named Lucky Boss Lady say I'm amazing. That must be a sign. So Philly, 1:48 a.m. So yesterday, you mean like this day? So you saw him Tuesday. Well, let me think about it. So that's Thursday. Okay, so you just talked to him a couple hours ago. Okay. Yeah. So just seeing like what's the connection like. And so do you see him like a couple times a week? So he's off and on for 3 years. What sign are you? I'm just curious. What sign are you and what sign is he? Oh, you don't see him very much. Oof. You're a Scorpio and he's a Gemini. I'm kind of thinking that's quincunx. I'm an Aries. Can't you tell? I'm an Aries, but I have my midheaven is in Pisces, and I have like Pisces in the 10th house, and my Mercury is in Pisces. I have all kinds of stuff. Oh, you're another Scorpio. So I have all kinds of stuff in Pisces. So I have like a Pisces vibe, but I yell like an Aries. Ah! You're a fish? You're a Pisces? Oh, thank you. I love Sylvia Brown. Thank you so much. I love Sylvia Brown. I would watch her on Montel. I thought she was amazing. I love Sylvia Brown. Oh, I loved her. I thought she was a great psychic. She was so good. No, I don't do free readings. I don't do free questions. But thank you. That was so sweet of you. Yeah, if I could be as big as Sylvia Brown, whew, she was great. She was so great. I loved watching her read. I don't read like her, but I love it when she like taps in, like, I love it. I love it. Ooh, so you're gonna be kind of talking to this guy. Yeah, I loved her on Montel. Charisse, you're gonna be talking to this guy for a while. I'm just kind of taking a look here. Oof. So are you guys like friends? Are you guys like friends? Like you kind of have like this friends with benefit situation that you kind of, well, you circle the drain. Like you never know if it's like quite over or if you're going to see them again. Like you don't know if it's like, because in the past you get the Two of Wands where it's like, oh, maybe I should like get out of this relationship. I don't know if it's over. I don't know what I should look to in the future. Is my future dark because I'm with this person who's so like insecure and so off and on and so just wild and woolly? So you get confused. And then you have the Fool and Justice as your first thing. So it seems like every time you try to escape this guy, you kind of get sucked back in. And you've gotten a lot of no's from this person. So it is like a friends with benefits type of situation. Were you guys ever committed and you just never got back to commitment? Oh boy, you are in trouble with this guy because, well, I don't like the bottom cards. Yes, but it's been so bad. Oh, somebody else is saying Susie is saying that she can totally relate. Susie on Instagram is totally driving with you, Charisse. So, so it says that you'll never get out of this friend zone, friend with benefits, friend, like we're friends, or like this situation that the Page of Wands is such a pain, because it's this friendship that is not really a friendship, but it's like you guys have like this casual camaraderie, so you can talk to this person and you can relate to them, and when you talk to them, they're like, oh, I get you, I understand where you're coming from, but you can't get past this place of just this casual relationship that doesn't really go anywhere. And so it says that you're going to kind of been like circling the drain for a while, and that you're in love with this guy. Yeah, situationship. A situationship. Is Susie, is your situationship, was it committed once too? So, um, yeah, it's really tough. It says that you are kind of stuck dealing with this person, but that they're never going to be honest with you. They're never going to be honest with you. And so your question was, what are you going to be doing for the next 6 months? And this is what you're doing, you know. And it says that you could do way better. That you can do way better. That there is that you're probably gorgeous, and you're probably funny, and this guy likes you because you're funny. You're funny, like funny, and you just have like this bright personality, and he just kind of robs it from you. You have like this, and you feel like, well, maybe we're supposed to be together because I can be so funny in his presence. Like I can kind of feel like I'm myself. Hi, Trevor. You feel like you can be yourself when things are good, but when things are bad, oh man, I wouldn't want to be around. I wouldn't be in a dark alley with you. you know, that Scorpio. Oh, thank you for the rose. That Scorpio energy will poke you in the eye. Oh, um, like beware. But it says that you're such like a bright person. Like there's like so much good to you, but that he kind of robs it from you, and that you're kind of throwing good after bad, that you're taking like this amazing potential of a person, you, and you're putting it in a place that won't give it back to you. I had this boss, and she had this Mercedes Benz, and it was this beautiful car. It was like a vintage Mercedes Benz, and she said that it was like a hole that she kept putting money into. She said she was Swedish. She was Swedish, so she had this accent. It was very. She says it's like a hole, and you just keep putting money in it. Yeah, I just like the way she put it. She put it was a hole that you just put money in. It was, and so I feel like this is like your hole that you just put resources in, and you put your love and your energy and your emotion into this hole, and you don't get a lot out of it. You get just like this, did I do that? Was I supposed to? Should I stay? Should I go? It's just like a lot of uncertainty and unclear, and it's just not clear what you should be doing. But when they come back, they come back. So like, how many times a month do you see them? How many times a month do you see this person? Like, have you not seen them for a while? Hi, Topeka. How are you? Your Mercedes was a bit, and was a money. You're Danish. Funny, Trevor. Yeah, it was a money hole. You work a lot. So do you guys work with each other? That's funny. Yeah, it was a beautiful Mercedes. It was so beautiful. It was this baby blue color. Oh, I love that car, but it was a total money pit. Total money pit. So you work with this person? No, but oh, you're always busy, and so is he. Well, I mean, this is the tricky thing. You know, I hate telling people that he's coming back or that you have a future with this person. But some people circle the drain. Some people are just in these relationships, these hot and cold relationships that are just like karmically entwined. It's really hard to break out of them. And I just don't see you breaking out of it. But there is this Ace of Pentacles that is kind of screaming at me, and you get this Four of Pentacles. Have you thought about like getting another job or anything like that? It says you're going to get some money, that there's going to be money in your house, and so you may get like a new job or something like that, and you get the Hierophant. Are you looking? Are you so no, you're not looking for another job. It says that you're going to get some money, and that some money is coming in your direction. Oh, no, I never saw that movie. I'm terrible. Oh, you have a new job. Do they give bonuses? What do you do? You work for a hospital or anything like that? Because sometimes it has like a saint in the name or something. But is it like a big company? I'm just kind of curious. I'm just asking questions. Do they give bonuses? Because maybe you're about to get a bonus or something like that. You're a bus operator. Hmm. Well, let's keep our fingers crossed for a stimulus. um, so you got the Ace of Pentacles. You got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's going to be money. Like it's gonna come, and it's not the type you have to pay back. So and it'll be around the first of the year or like a little bit after. When will you win the lotto? Yeah, I wonder. You may have to wonder that for a while. It is $30, by the way, to get a reading on this live. To get a personal reading on this live, it is $30 USD. And right now I'm reading Charisse. So yeah, it says you're going to go and you're going to get some money. And I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, are you bad at saving money? I'm just asking questions. Are you bad at saving money? Is like money like an issue for you or anything like that? Is you get all of this like money cards. You get all these money cards. I hope he doesn't take money from you. As you get the Knight of Pentacles and your fears. So sometimes the cards will like say like two things at the same time. Like they'll kind of because when one thing, oh, he's not a user, that's good. In Canadian, that's like $1,000. No, it's not. It's like $34. So, um, it says that you're worried about him not being around, about him being distant all the time, and him being just always just far away, and almost like a long distance thing where you talk to him occasionally and you see him thinking, oh, okay, I'm glad you're being silly. I'm like, it's not $1,000. It's $1,000 in rupees though. Um, so it just says that you're worried about him being distant and him being far. But it says that you're going to, well, I'm going to throw a couple more cards because it says that you're in love with somebody who's telling you a story, with someone who is not being honest with you, and that you guys are kind of circling each other, and you're going to circle each other for a while until you figure something else out. Until you figure something else out. And so I guess you're not trying to date other people. Is he the only person in your life? Have you tried to like online date when you're not with him, or do you just kind of settle for him? Is there like no, is he the only game in town? He's the only game in town. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what it says. It kind of says that you're hanging out with this guy and you're letting him tell you a story, and you listen to a story and you take the parts that are kind of truthful and you run with it, and the parts that he's lying, you just sort of turn a blind eye. The Magician, The magician isn't a great guy. He kind of says that he's one way, and it's the only game in town. It's the only game in town. And so the magician is like puts on a show, and he says, "Look, there's flowers," and he shows you flowers, and then he stuffs them back into his, and he puts them in his back pocket. And it's a game, it's a trick. The magician is somebody who puts on a show but doesn't tell his secrets. He puts on a show, but if you were like behind him and you would see that he has like this total other life that you're completely unaware of, that there is like this whole other life. Do you And so I don't know, sometimes the magician is a player, you know um and so it's just not something that is. And I don't like the death card and the page of wands, which it would be really hard to get it back into a situation where it's a relationship. It'd be really hard to get it back to that place. But you're going to get some money. Money always kind of changes things. Money always, like, when you get money, you feel just like more important, like you feel more valuable or something like that. So you're going to get some money, but then I don't know, you may kind of get like this baller vibe. You're like, "Hey, I'll take you out," or but some money is coming. So yeah, beware. This relationship is full of depression and sadness and of you wanting him back. And it says that things change, but then you always go back to like this struggle and this fight, and that eventually you walk away. And it says that you do end up, like, well, it says you have a job. Let me just kind of see. I want to look deeper into your love life, because I feel like you're settling for this guy and that he robs your goodness. But sometimes when we are like dealing with one part of our life, like, we don't want to upset the balance and have this idea that, well, I'm alone or I'm single, and so you kind of accept the lie and the shenanigans and the sham. You accept the potential that isn't there. You kind of accept it. Oh, thank you for the likes. You kind of accept just so, in order to be instead of being alone. You know what I mean? It's like, well, there's nothing else going on, so I'm just going to have this until things change. And so, when are things going to change? I mean, I wouldn't like necessarily commit to him. It seems like you're kind of committed to him, except Scrabble. That's a funny word. Scrabble. Just kind of accepting something that's not great, but it's just good enough. And so you're going to accept good enough for a while. And you guys might get a little bit closer. Like, if you get some money, he might come around more, which is not great, you know. And so, but let me just see if you are able to escape this cycle. Oh, yeah, I see. That's cool. I hope you enjoyed it, Trevor. So let me just see, like, what your so so it says you're always going to be wanting more from him. That's not going to change. And that he may go through times of giving you what you want, but then he always gets distant again. He gets distant again. He gets That's distant, breadcrumby. Then you can't talk to him. Then he's just this friend. It says, though, that you move forward with someone who's really sweet. He might be another Scorpio, like somebody who it could be a Pisces or a Cancer, but it's like somebody who's a water sign. Somebody who's a water sign. Normally I don't give signs like that, but it's somebody who is just they have like an emotional sensitivity that's really sweet, just really sweet, and has compassion for you and compassion for others. My boyfriend is like really kind to animals. Like he's so compassionate. He's so compassionate towards my daughter and towards other people. I mean, he talks a lot of shit and he makes fun of everyone, but he is the most compassionate guy as well. He has this wicked sense of humor, but yet when he's like really dealing with someone, he can really see like their pains, their struggles, and can respect people for who they are and for their challenges while making fun of them as well. But he can make fun of himself too. So I just feel like you meet someone who just has this particular compassion. They're just so like giving, like they understand. They go, wow, you must be really going through a hard time. I understand what you're going through. Like I've felt the same way as you. Like somebody who really comes to you like that, like understanding your situation. And and I think they're going to be new in town. They may be somebody who like works on the buses or drives another bus. It's the Six of Wands. So if you can see, sorry, I know it's a weird deck of cards. They're TikTok approved, but see how he's riding. He's like driving. So he may be like a new driver or something like that. And I threw some cards earlier and it said that you might meet someone through work. Yeah, I agree, Trevor. It is a keeper. It's somebody who's so compassionate. And for me, like I knew, from the compassion of my boyfriend, like I was like, wow, this guy is different. This guy is different. And he just has this sensitivity that is just really unique. That is really unique. It's less selfish, if that makes sense. Are you still with me, Charisse? So it says that I'm sorry, I don't give free readings. They go unheard. It is $30 to get a reading on this live, Lucy. So okay, good, you're with me. So, and again, the Chariot. So this is somebody who I think they're like another driver, and they're going to be somebody who is serious in your life. And so somebody is going to come to you and they're going to be really sweet, and you're going to start feeling pulled away from this nightmare of not giving anything to this person who just like cares. They just are like, they just listen to you and they just like feel you. It's just really profound. And so I don't know if you're going to meet them within the next 5 months or so. It may take a while for them to come around into your life, but they're going to come at the right time. They're going to come at the right time. Let me see here. No, you guys don't call me. Somebody started calling me on Instagram. Like, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Okay. Do I have you back? Are you back? Okay. Sorry. Somebody interrupted my live by trying to call me on Instagram. What a creeper. I'm sorry. Do not interrupt a live like they tried to get to the front of the line. So that is so uncool. So are you still with me? Do you see me? Like, I don't know how I can cut that, like make it so somebody can't do that. Okay, you're still with me. Sorry, I know I lost you for a second. So So yes, you meet somebody who is very compassionate towards you and they just listen and they're so sweet. And I think they do the same thing you do. They do the same thing you do. They may work at your job, but yeah. Um do I see you and Terry together? Well, how do you define together? I don't think you'll ever get a commitment from him. I think you'll ever get a commitment from him. I think you see him every now and then. I think he gets some money and he comes around a little bit more regularly. I'm having all kinds of problems. I think you get some money and he comes around a little more regularly and stuff, but he's not like he just kind of you just kind of have some depression and are like always trying to get away from him, and you just sort of settle and you kind of fight yourself like should I be with this person, and should I, you're just always fighting yourself when it comes to this person. So are you together? Like, you're not committed but you're talking to him, so you're probably talking to him in the next 6 months, and you guys have this friendship, but I wouldn't say it's together. It says that you're willing to listen to his lie, that you're willing to just let him lie to you and just kind of go with it, go along with it until something else better comes along. So I don't see you guys together, but I just sort of see him in your life and you just sort of fighting that situation. Oh no, you're pregnant. Oof. Oof. Hmm. Have you told him? What has he said? Have you told him how pregnant are you? Maybe that's that. Do you know if it's a girl? Maybe that's what that Ace of Pentacles is. It's the pregnancy. Well, then 10 weeks. He'll be around, but he's not going to tell you the truth. It's as long as the reading goes, it could go a good 10, 15, 20 minutes, and it's $30 USD, Lorena, to get a reading on this live. So you're with them, but it's the magician. So you turn a blind eye to his bullshit. So yeah, you're kind of with him. You did get the Two of Cups, so it's like you guys are like kind of together, but he's like, it's challenging. It's challenging. So, but you may have the baby. I don't do fertility readings because that gets into a whole other situation. But he just doesn't really like he just doesn't. Oof, boy, that's rough. So you just told him. So you saw him Tuesday, and so what did he say he's gonna do? I don't know if you're gonna like live together. I don't know if you guys are gonna like live together. It says that you love him and that he's lying to you, and that you kind of accept what you can get and kind of go from there. And so you're kind of with them, but it's dicey. So I don't know. I think there's going to be somebody else that's going to swing into your life and who's going to have like a similar story to yours, and is going to change things. So I think in a way you'll be with him, but yeah. Well, yeah, that's that Scorpio in you, that you've said a lot of hurtful things and he's done a lot. Has he like cheated or anything like that? It's $30 USD to get a reading on this live. Ooh, you planned it. Yeah, that's the Scorpio thing. Like, I wouldn't want to meet you in the back alley. See, that's the magician. The magician, and that's also not something that I like to cover in readings, is like the whole cheating thing. But it's like you kind of have to accept who he is and who he's been, and just kind of allow him to be who he is. And I think that's going to be difficult. And so I think you're going to turn a blind eye to a lot of his bullshit. And I mean, he'll be in your life, but he's a mess. He's a mess. And you have like a big light in you. And I think you'll be a good mother though. The Ace of Pentacles. I mean, I don't know, like sometimes the Ace of Pentacles means a girl, but who knows, it's 50-50. It's $30, Linda, to get a reading on this live. I don't do free personal readings. I don't do free general messages or anything like that. It's $30 to get a reading on this live. So, but yeah, I think you're going to find a hospital and stuff like that. But you may end up like in a different place in like a year from now. So a year from now, things may look very different. So I think there might be a move, and there's just going to be all kinds of stuff. But to like wanting him to settle down, I don't think you're going to get that from him. But you did get the Two of Cups, so Two of Cups is like he'll be around, but thank you, Sasha. He'll be around, but yeah, you just might have to turn a blind eye to some of his stuff. So, any other questions? Any other questions? Well, congratulations. I know. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes you got to spring the big stuff on me before, because that's the Ace of Pentacles means you're going to get money, but it can also mean you're going to get a baby. So I didn't think about that. Well, I mean, he thinks you're really funny, you know. He thinks you're really funny, and he likes this friendship that he has with you. But I just think it's going to be difficult for him to make a solid commitment. I'm sorry, I don't do health readings, Sasha, and I don't do free readings. And so it's $30 to get a reading on this live. I find that free readings are not respected. And so I have to protect my energy. So I do not offer free readings. I do not do that. But yeah, but he thinks you're really funny, and he likes how he likes you. You know, he likes you. He's like a best friend, you know, but it's, you know, but it's challenging, you know, it's challenging. It's very casual, you know, it's very casual. He feels like he can be himself around you, you know. He does like you. I do definitely think that. I do definitely think he likes you. Anything else? Things change in time, but I guess you just have to deal with what's in front of you. You know, you just have to deal with what's in front of you, and one step at a time. I love being pregnant. I think you're going to be a happy pregnant. You got the Queen of Wands, so Queen of Wands is very healthy, very strong. No, he'll never change. He'll never change. He may seems like he changes, but it just says that you just kind of ignore the bad stuff. But he never changes. Yeah, but you will. You'll change, and then things will change. And when it's time to change, you'll know. You'll know, and the opportunity that is right for you will show up. But yeah, you do have some challenges ahead of you. And so this reading would have been very different if you had told me you were pregnant from the beginning. But yeah, I think there's some challenges ahead of you. But he'll do what he can for you. He will. He'll help out. You know, he'll help out. He's not going to totally be a deadbeat dad, but there's just challenges ahead. So the magician says one thing and then does another. So he may not completely follow through on promises and stuff like that. So and you'll probably have to support yourself at some point. You'll probably be the one supporting the situation. So he may offer to pay for stuff and then falls through. And so you'll probably be paying for a lot of the expenses. So yikes. You're pregnant. I had a single pregnancy. When I found out I was pregnant, I left. It was my opportunity to get out of there. And so I'm lucky I don't have to deal with a baby daddy. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. But he'll be around. He'll be around. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I guess that's all I have to say for that. That's all I have to say for that. So anyways, I think I might get off of this live. Did somebody want to pay for a reading? Did somebody else want to pay for a reading? Sure, Cherise. Thank you for paying for a reading. Thank you for supporting me. I'm glad I came on TikTok tonight so that I could talk to you. I'm on Instagram every night, but I only come on to TikTok like maybe once a week or so. So it's a little crazier on TikTok, but I'm on YouTube and Instagram every night. YouTube and Instagram every night, and TikTok like once a week. But thank you so much for joining my live. I think I'm going to get off of here. I don't see anybody else paying for a reading. So I gave my collective. If you want to see the collective reading, you can see the replay on Instagram or YouTube. It's called Get a Higher View, and it was very profound. So good luck to all of you. I'm going to say goodbye to you guys first. So goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a nice night. Good night.